when I hear you talking about your critiquing yourself, I always go back to Cornel West
Okay.
and one of my favorite philosophers, but like modern day, but he says to self-critique and like to, improve yourself and to look in the deep corners of like your internal
Mm.
self is harder than for fighting on the battlefield.
Mhm.
Like it's tough, man, to say I'm the problem, stuff like that. Is it tough for you? Do you find it difficult?
Sometimes, it just goes back to the phone thing. I'm addicted to my phone, bro. That's just what it is. And it's like when people say that, they a lot of times they're in denial. And I think that I'm a part of the problem as far as giving certain stuff energy, right? So like I will complain, like we were talking about earlier, I will complain about certain artists, not being popular for making a certain style, but then like I'm a part of the views
Of
of
giving
the
them the
BS.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's me like acknowledging that I am a part of the problem. But I think that it's in my opinion, it's good for me to be the one to say that about myself to kind of start letting other people in it.
Do you we all have vices. Your vices be getting you in trouble?
Trouble, trouble, I wouldn't say trouble. I would say sometimes I'm torn. There's a lot of times where I have this conversation with myself where I'm like, what is good and what is bad? Like a
Mm,
lot of times vices, obviously have a negative connotation.
right, right.
But I'm like, and that's the thing. This a lot of these, especially the intro, it kind of challenges that like what is good and what is bad. Like with my vices, not to go too, I guess, we could do that.
Sure.
I think one of my vices is, and this is why I asked the question,
Mhm,
because some people will be like, that's not, what depends on who you're talking to.
mhm,
So my vices would be like, I guess weed, alcohol,
mm,
sometimes feeling like I want to be seen. You know what I mean? And I guess that goes into vanity, I guess. And that's one of the challenging things like we
back
talk.
to pure ignorance again.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And I just want to put all of that out there, especially in the first song, to be like, hey, look, I'm not perfect. That's why on September 3rd, it starts off with me being, I guess, like self-righteous and being informative and saying
Mhm.
I want community, being like this angel. And the second half is like iced out my bitch.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
you flip it.
I flip it
Mm,
on purpose to
yeah.
be like, I'm also this guy.
Mhm.
So like, yes, I'm acknowledging all these things, but I'm still like, I'm just like you. You
I
know?
think one of the greatest things about just us as humans and specifically like, black humans is that we're so multidimensional
Exactly.
and we all have that, whether we want to admit it or not. So for you to do it on the first track is pretty dope.